Kicking Out Podcast, gonna rock you tonight. Sarah Lee, Paul Sogman, Austin Shepherd, and the crew, covering all elite wrestling, bringing you the news. It's Sunday Night Raw, gonna rock your world. Tune into the podcast, let the chaos unfurl. The energy's electric, the passion's on fire. Kicking Out Podcast, take it higher and higher.
That loser Tanner Lee's not here with us.
Welcome, Tanner Lee. Tanner Lee fears the beards, baby. That's why he's not here.
Yeah. He claims to be this almighty champion, but Shep and I are on here more than he is.
If I remember correctly, you boys had us on about a month ago. We'll say maybe a month and a half. It was feeling that we were running our mouths talking about how we wanted to take that title. It was right after Dynasty, yada yada yada. He got all cocky and invited us in for Forbidden Door, and then doesn't show. Classic heel Tanner.
Paid his friend to fake a wedding.
Yeah,
unreal.
I want to see. I'm Facebook friends with Tanner, and I haven't seen one picture.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't think this wedding even happened. I think he just fears that we brought in some more reinforcements to take that title off of him because he's cheating all the time. If it was up to me, boys, I would change the name to the KOT, the Kicking Out Tanner podcast.
Wow.
Well, I mean, when he loses that title tomorrow, who knows if he'll even show up.
That's why we're here. So if you know this is I'm only here to bash Tanner for the next however long we do this. So sorry.
I'm perfectly good with that. I mean, he can't even be here to defend his title, so...
JPJ and I are obviously going to be in a tiebreaker with dipshit Tanner.
Sure to follow that loser of a champion at Tanner Lee 9-2, I think it is. I don't know. Maybe it's Trevor Lee 9-2. Maybe it's Loser Champ 9-2. I don't know what he goes by these days.
It's Sunday night. It's July 7th, 2024. So you know what that means. It's a brand new episode of the Kicking Out Podcast. I'm still your Kicking Out Podcast, reigning defending champion, Tanner Lee. Paul, how we doing tonight, my friend?
Oh, I am doing absolutely fantastic. You can say whatever you want because you may be on cloud 9 because of that title. But the real reason for anybody who is listening or watching along with us, the reason that Tanner Lee is on cloud 9 has nothing to do with that championship. It's because his favorite wrestler in the world, Marco Stunt, is back in AEW, baby.
You're not putting a damper on my ring, so...
Marco. That's what he was chanting all night last night.
Marco last night had the same result you have for every prediction since Wrestle Dream. L. Lost.
I am also an admin in this, so be prepared. I could just kick you out at any time.
You could.
And run this podcast solo.
You could.
Our good buddy Pluggo said that it needed to be the KOT podcast.
That still wouldn't change the fact that I'm the champ. So, Paul, it's time you just acknowledge me. You just acknowledge me.
No.
You are the unwise man for a reason.
Exactly. And unlike Paul Heyman, well, at least until they head to Netflix, he can't say this, but I will, 4.5 minutes in, I will get us that explicit. Fuck no. The fucking douchebag champions is back.
One of these days. Our buddy Majin in the comments, Majin, this is why you're one of my favorites. He told him, he tried to tell you guys, even when I wasn't on last week.
Don't listen to him.
He tried to tell Shep, tried to tell JPJ, tried to tell Pluggo.
Majin, I mean, we may not see eye to eye on a lot of things here, and I may not be joining you in your unholy whatever you wanted to call it. But Tanner doesn't care about you. He's he has said it multiple times. That Majin guy, he sucks. He's never right. So don't listen to him.
I think you're putting words in my mouth. I love all
No,
Canadians.
I would never do that.
But hey, our buddy Pluggo, as we both click on the same button, Marco Stunt back is bigger than winning the KOP title.
Pluggo, that's why he's on Cloud 9. It's got nothing to do with retaining the championship. He is so excited that Marco is back.
Nope. My level of respect for the scapegoat Jack Perry went up another notch last night.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is you respect the elite.
I respect my EVPs and the elite, 100%.
Okay. Since Pluggo is watching, Pluggo, I'm supposed to tell you that even though every member of the elite is holding gold, Logan still does not respect his EVPs.
You gotta learn one of these days.
Yeah.
But all in all, with our Forbidden Door predictions, got to give a shout to everybody. Shep, JPJ also had perfect cards along with me. Never has that been done in KOP predictions history. Multiple perfect cards. Even you and Pluggo only missed one match yourselves. Pluggo for 1 point, you for 2. So across the board, it was by far the best predictions we've ever had. But still nobody could take down the champ. So better luck next time, boys. Maybe over in Wembley at all in. Maybe you can. Maybe.
See, this is that champion's advantage here because Pluggo and I were going to have to fight it over blood and guts. And here you are going, nah, we tied. I won. Get over it.
Nah. Blood and guts, Dynamite. Nope. I do pay-per-views, baby. I do pay-per-views. That's where the gold's at.
Yeah. And honestly, I almost had a perfect card because I almost had all the exact same predictions as you. But here's the problem. I thought it would make more sense for the Acclaim to go up. I shouldn't have listened to my gut. I should have trusted my brain instead. But I went, nope, my gut says it makes more sense. And literally, that pick was typed while I was giving everybody a chance to go over theirs because I wasn't sure.
We got a lot of comments here. Pluggo says, "Tell Logan to grow up." Modern said, "Being a child is hating your EVPs. Growing up is realizing they're right." Steffi says, "No Shep. We're hoping Shep joins us eventually. It's his old man's birthday tonight." So,
yep. Happy birthday to Papa Shep.
Yes, happy birthday, Mr. Shepherd. Pluggo says paper champ. Not what this title says, baby. Not with this around my shoulder. Physical object here. Majin says, Pluggo and you, bruh, you were last. And Pluggo said, I'm loyal. AF, my dog JBJ should have won that title. Hey, he did get perfect card. I'll give him kudos on that.
Yeah. And there's another comment here that I want to go on with, and that's you should have listened to your son. He predicts better than you do. Well, let me put it this way, Majin. He picked the Acclaimed. He picked Osprey winning. So had I gone with Logan, as much as I love the kid, he's a good kid. He's very, very smart when it comes to wrestling. I would have been even further behind. If I would have just gone with the elite, there would have been a 5-way tie if Pluggo would have done the same, because Pluggo and I were right there on the edge. So had the Acclaimed won, Pluggo and I would have been fighting for that title. Just so you're aware there, Majin.
I was rooting for everybody to have perfect cards because it wouldn't matter. I'd still champ, so.
Yeah, because you take champion's advantage because you're a little, never mind.
Yeah, you can say what you want. Champion's advantage because I've earned it ever since Wrestle Dream. And I'm not planning on dropping this through the rest of 2024. So buckle up there, Paul. Buckle up there, unwise man.
Look, I will acknowledge you right after CM Punk acknowledges Solo Sikoa.
Fair. We're an AEW podcast, Paul. What are you doing talking about WWE? Can't let
Oh,
both of
no.
What are you doing?
We are a wrestling podcast that focuses more on AEW. We talk about everything.
Pluggo said he was in my area today. Should have stole that thing. Hey, should have stopped on by. Majin, Tanner's out here to beat Bruno Sammartino's records. Hell yeah, Majin. Hell yeah, man. See?
Mm-hmm.
Majin's my guy. Majin knows what's up.
Yeah.
Man, Paul, you keep getting these last place performances. Maybe Majin's got to slide in and take your spot for our predictions challenges.
Ooh. All right. Well, just so we're aware, last night I did have a perfect card for Money in the Bank. So, and I haven't really watched WWE in the last 3 weeks. So
some things change, some things don't. That's all I'm gonna say.
No. I mean, I even called it down to when Drew was going to cash in and what was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, WWE is a lot better product than it used to be, but to me, it's still. At times, their booking's still pretty predictable, but that's all right. It's still better than it used to be. So,
yes. So,
but
I'm gonna ask you a question since I can't ask Shep his normal question.
Yeah.
So you need to make a graphic for this so I can ask you with the graphic. Tanner, what are we watching?
What are we watching? I'm glad, Paul, you brought this up because I forgot I even just flipped something on behind me, even though it was 2 minutes ago. But yes, so on this day in wrestling history, on this day on July 7th, one of the biggest moments in pro wrestling happened on this day in 1996 at WCW Bash at the Beach. That's when Hulk Hogan joined the Outsiders as the third man and turned heel, and the formation of the NWO happened. Pro wrestling was never the same after that. So with that, I know I watch a lot of WCW in the background on these podcasts. I was looking to change it up tonight, but I was like, that's definitely the biggest wrestling event that's happened on July 7th. Got to throw that up there in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of familiar faces walking behind you at some point tonight.
Yep. Well, Paul, since Shep's not here, I'll ask you, drinking anything good tonight? What are we drinking? Anything? Some good old Mountain Dew.
Yep.
Good old Mountain Dew.
I came that close to buying the Sunny D vodka this weekend, but I was like, man, I'm going to have one, and the other three are probably going to go to waste, so I better not.
Hey, Mountain Dew was the original mixer, man.
Yeah.
Did you know
absolutely.
that? Back in the day, the Moonshiners? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why
that's why it was created. Yep.
They had that cool logo back in the day with the dude with the jug. So I'm kind of right there with you. No alcohol for me tonight. I should have in celebration, but just Arnold Palmer with no alcohol in it tonight. So
yeah.
We'll see if Shep's able to join us. We'll see what he's sipping on. So
yeah, absolutely.
Before we get into talk about this week's AEW shows and news and all that good stuff, this is our first podcast since Forbidden Door came to a close last Sunday. What were your thoughts on the pay-per-view overall? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. It was a very good pay-per-view. I liked the announcement that came with Forbidden Door about them going to the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, Dynasty.
Yes.
Which is interesting because AEW already has a Dynasty pay-per-view, but it's cool. That's gonna be the second night of what would normally be the second night of Wrestle Kingdom. Will be the second night, so it'll be New Japan, AEW, ROH, Stardom, and CMLL. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is. And Majin's got a question, and I think I might have an idea about what it relates to, and I think I have possibly the same question.
Interesting. All right.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought the pay per view was good.
It was
like
good.
I said, it was a little predictable this year, the Forbidden Door, compared to the past few years. But
Yep.
overall, I thought the matches were pretty good. Of course, really, really enjoyed the main event. Ospreay,
who couldn't?
Swerve. We knew that was going to be great, and it delivered. Danielson's match was fun. I was disappointed in Naito and Moxley. Thought it was a little sloppy for two guys who have previously wrestled each other. Thought that was a little sloppy. MJF's opener, it was fine, but I don't know. I wasn't real big on that one either. Ladder match. I love ladder matches. I like chaos. I thought that was a lot of fun. It was interesting, and I texted you and Shep and JPJ and Plogo this during the show. It's interesting that if you noticed, the black ladders were for climbing, whereas the silver ladders were for all the spots. I've never seen that before.
Neither have I. But I have. If we do talk about the other company at all tonight, I have some similar related thoughts to that.
Now, wait. If you're going to brand us as a wrestling podcast who focuses on AEW, we can't do any of that other company crap anymore.
Oh, we sure can. We enjoy wrestling. We just focus more on AEW. I mean, last week we had probably a good 45-minute segment about the other company.
Yeah, you did. Modern said he loved the pay-per-view, felt like a perfect pay-per-view, only a little botches and that, nothing too crazy, and for as long as it was, it breezed by. Yeah, I like that he brought that up because it was still quick. A 4-hour pay-per-view, but compared to Double or Nothing, this thing went by. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't on my phone near as much as I was Double or Nothing.
Nope.
And I really think, and we'll get into it here in a bit, I thought coming out of Forbidden Door, a few things they set up, and then Dynamite this week, Collision. I think AEW's off for the races for the rest of the summer through. I'll even say through All Out, not even just All In, All Out. I think we're in for a fun next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And Majin said, by the way, Paul, my question had to do with an article that came out of a talent who feels they should have been champ by now.
I saw that article.
I saw that too.
I don't normally read too many articles, as I like to still live like it's, the 90s when dirt sheets were really hard to come by and things like that. But I did see that one.
Well, one thing the dirt sheets didn't pick up on, and I'm glad it didn't, because it was a nice pop, a nice return at Forbidden Door. Britt Baker, the doctor, DMD is back. Man, what a pop she got from that crowd.
That was my bold prediction too, by the way.
Okay. Nice.
I should have gone with, but you asked if we were doing bold predictions, and I said no. So
I did, because that could have been the difference, because mine would have been Motor City Machine Guns, which I'm still waiting. What are we doing here? We got that report back in like April that they're coming to AEW, and I still think they're coming to AEW because they haven't showed up anywhere else. But it's like, what are they waiting for? I mean, Paul, how would you introduce them if you had the pencil?
Oh, man. Honestly, I think it's you do some type of number one contender tag match or tournament or something. You get a group of teams in the ring at the same time. Chaos is just going crazy. Hit their music, have them come down, lay waste to everybody, get the pin. They're number one contenders.
I like that. I'd put them maybe not for their debut, like how they debut into the company, but for their first match. How about a 3-way tag match for the titles at All In? Bucks, FTR, assuming Dax is healthy, and the Guns over in Wembley.
I'd be okay with that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun. Majin Britt showing up was amazing, and on Diamond, let's not forget on how she cooked Mercedes on the mic. Oh, we're getting there. Oh,
yes, we are.
Don't worry about that. But yeah, Forbidden Door, fun show overall. AEW always delivers on pay-per-views. With that said, my bank account's happy that this month we get a break. Even though we're definitely getting some pay-per-view worthy events. Blood and Guts is going to be fun here in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we're back at it August through December with a pay-per-view every month.
Yeah. And don't we have two in August? Because we got All In, and it'll be in September.
All Out in September, and it's 2 weeks after All In instead of the week after this year. He pushed it back. So,
Yeah.
To let it breathe a little bit. So, but Dynamite, it happened on July 3rd, so right before the 4th of July, which hopefully everybody had a great 4th, or fun and safe 4th. It was in Chicago. Yeah, the crowd was hot Wednesday night. I'm not just saying this to be a fanboy or anything, but I thought this was the best Dynamite of the year.
Oh, yeah. This was a solid Dynamite from start to finish. It's probably going to be one of my highest rated Dynamites in a long time, if not ever. I just enjoyed it from start to finish.
Yeah, we started off with a semifinals match for the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Bryan Danielson versus Pac. And, I've been on record on this podcast. I'm not the biggest Pac fan as far as his character, but I cannot say anything bad about that guy in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just tell me quit being a fanboy.
Yeah. We're all fanboying from time to time. It's allowed, Majin. It's allowed.
But all right, and I've also I'm gonna sound like a broken record here too on the podcast. I've historically, I'll probably do that quite a bit tonight, but I've historically said, and you've agreed with me, how like usually we feel anxious and nervous for Danielson matches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way. I don't think ever since the Ospreay match in Dynasty, because now he's trying to sell the neck injury so much during the match. I'm like, I'm not buying it anymore. Even though you're great at selling, he still gets my wife every time. She's like, "Is he hurt?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, he's just great at what he does. He's a great seller, and he wants you to think." But Danielson, I'm not buying your need of or going to have future paralysis or anything like that. So
right.
But fun match, very fun match. Danielson got the win, like we thought he would, so he advances to the finals next week on Dynamite. It's interesting with Pac in the history of AEW. Pac, he's an AEW original. He was at the press conference in Jacksonville 2019. He was the only one in that press conference to state how he wanted the world championship.
Yes.
Cody didn't state that. Bucks, of course, didn't state that. Kenny Omega at the press conference in Vegas didn't state that. And Pac's never had a shot outside of the triple threat at Double or Nothing 2021, him, OC, and Kenny. He's never had a one-on-one shot at the AEW World title.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I don't know. He's just one of those guys. I find it hard to book into storylines, like long-term storylines.
Yeah. And it gets hard. But one thing I didn't mention about Forbidden Door that, before we go any further in Dynamite, that I really liked to see, and you don't really see this in any other big company, wasn't even the match. It was the post-match between Swerve and Ospreay, where he went over there, knelt down beside him. He put his forehead on his forehead. It looked like at one point he might have given him a kiss on the head. Just the respect between each other and the, hey, we just went through hell. Go home for the funeral type of look.
Yep.
And shout out to Ospreay for being so real to be willing to go on Twitter hours before the pay-per-view start and said, hey, I'm still going to give it 100%, but this is what's been going on this week.
Yep. And he of course showed up at Dynamite. I mean, he had a match against Daniel Garcia, which we're going to get into the main event for the international title, but he did go home after that. He wasn't on Collision. And I know he went home because one of my friends sent me a Facebook message the other day, and my friend was going over to Europe. Him and his wife are going on a 9-day cruise over to Europe, and Mr. Will Ospreay was on their flight. And I have picture proof of it. So he got to talk to him a little bit. So he didn't want to bother him too much, but he's a very nice guy. So yes, he definitely went home. So
good. He deserves the time.
Yep. So, but no, those two guys, Swerve and Will, they, at least for 2024, they are two of the faces of the company. And I think for the foreseeable future, not just 2024, but they've cemented themselves as two of the faces of AEW. Absolutely. Those guys.
Absolutely.
Pillars for the future. For
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
So, Yeah, Mark Briscoe, ROH World Heavyweight Champion Mark Briscoe. We found out on Dynamite he is the first member of Team AEW for the Blood and Guts match for Team AEW versus the Elite. What are your thoughts on Briscoe being part of Team AEW? I saw the internet pretty kind of conflicted. The IWC conflicted on this.
I think I'm trying to think back when we first talked about this. I think I brought up Mark Briscoe as being another member
think
of
you did.
Team AEW. So I'm 100% okay with it. I think he's talented enough. He's kind of come into his own in singles action. He's been forced to, but he's done very well. He's earned the title. It might have been given to him because, hey, we feel sorry for you, but he's shown how he continues to improve. Those promos that he's cutting are just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm all in with Mark Briscoe being on Team AEW.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. He wasn't one I was thinking of. He's still, if I had my choice of 5 guys, he probably wouldn't fit that 5. But he's crazy in a good sense. So I think it's gonna be fun to see what he can do in this match. And during this segment, we should say that Mark got blindsided by Jack Perry, and then Kyle O'Reilly came for the save, but Okada appeared and landed a Rainmaker on O'Reilly. Then the Young Bucks made their way down to join the Elite. But then the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass Billy Gunn came out for the save. Now here's one thing I will say. I cannot be on board with the Acclaim being on Team AW in this match.
No, I can't. I tried. I was leaning that way, but no. Maybe had they won at Forbidden Door, I could be okay with it. It would make sense, but right now it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and Modern said, nice try to Kyle O'Reilly for trying to do Briscoe's promo style, but find what works for you, man. Yeah, O'Reilly's kind of swimming upstream right now, trying to figure out what works for him. And I think Kyle O'Reilly's great in the ring, but he's another guy I don't want to see on Team AW. Like, if you put Kyle O'Reilly, the Acclaimed, and Briscoe as 4 of your 5 guys, even though Briscoe's ROH World Heavyweight Champion, I get that. If you put 4 of those, that's 4 of your 5 guys against the Elite. I feel like that's the junior varsity against the varsity. I'm sorry. I just do.
Agreed.
I think you got to have some heavy hitters in there.
Oh, you have to.
And Martin says, I can't either. I still like the Acclaim, but they don't fit. Yeah, the Acclaimed have just kind of run their course for me. I know they still get big pops and big reactions at live events, but not so much from the audience watching it at home on TV, I feel like. But we'll see where they go. I'm really hoping they're not part of that Blood and Guts match. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the Bucks don't fit that match either, even though we've seen the Bucks in Blood and Guts. We've seen them in Anarchy in the arena. They do just fine in those style matches. So I've never really understood that criticism. But.
Yeah.
We got a women's, what was this? Was this a quarterfinals match? Or was this a semifinals match between Willow and Statlander?
It would have to be semifinal, wouldn't it?
It was a semifinals. Yeah, it was semifinals. One thing, a lot of people, and for good reasons most of the time, have ripped on AEW's women's division, the way they're booked and everything. One thing I will say, and I think they've done a really good job in 2024 by building certain feuds without a ton of pay-per-view time in the women's division.
Absolutely.
Willow Statlander being one of those. Deanna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa being one of those. They're not really in the title picture. They're not really on the pay-per-view cards, but they're building it through their weekly shows. And this has been a fun rivalry. I don't think it's over, but like we could have predicted, Willow did get the win to go on to the championship here.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
Willow, you talk about getting better on the mic. She's unbelievable anymore on the mic and cutting promos. Yeah. I saw a comparison by somebody on IWC, and I really liked this. She's AEW's women's division version of Dusty Rhodes.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
She wears some colorful outfits, happy, bubbly, crowd loves her, and she's getting really good on the mic. I'm like, I would have never in a million years put those two together as comparisons, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Modern said, I love Sheeta, but I'd have had Diana go over her, to be honest. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
too.
they're trying something again with Sheeta. I don't know. Every time they try something with Sheeta, it takes off quickly and then just sort of fizzles out, kind of like a certain sparkler incident we don't talk about.
And even though you like to bring it up and just piss me off, thank you.
That Marco stunt. What do I got? Okay.
Oh my god. We did hear from the doctor, Britt Baker. Great in-ring segment with Britt.
Oh, absolutely.
Honest from the heart. We learned a lot about her, that she not only was recovering from herniated disc and a torn hip labrum, but she started feeling really sick one day and then couldn't open up a bottle of water. Then her whole right arm went numb, right side just stopped working. And she was diagnosed with what's in basic terms a mini stroke, and told Tony Khan she needs to stay at home for a while. But now she's been cleared to return, of course. She said she had never been more nervous than she was returning at Forbidden Door. She was worried no one would care if she walked through the curtain. But the fans obviously cared. They welcomed her back with open arms. And she is the face of the women's division, AEW. She has been for years. I don't see that changing. I don't care who they bring in.
No. Like she said, she was the first woman to sign with AEW. And she was. And for that, she will always be a huge pillar in the women's division within AEW.
Yep. Then, of course, we saw the CEO, Mercedes Moné, pull up. She's greeted by the EVPs, the Young Bucks, which I actually like that. I like that twist on it.
I did like that
Year one
twist.
CEO, we can respect. I'm like, okay, that's that kind of works. Like if they were to ever tie in a female to that group, she'd be a pretty good fit. Because say what you will about Mercedes, she's finally in the role in AEW right now. She should have been from the beginning. Heel Mercedes is always greater than face Mercedes.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Always. And of course, she tells the Chicago crowd it's time to celebrate. She's the double champion, which I wasn't overly impressed with her at Forbidden Door, but Stephanie McClure, I mean, my gosh. She's phenomenal. And I read today that she has been offered by AEW and WWE. So that's something to keep an eye on to see if she lands with one of those companies. But either place she lands, if she chooses to do so, good for her because she's awesome. I mean, a lot of people came away really impressed with her performance at Forbidden Door. But anyways, she's saying she's the double champ. And she should have known that Britt would try to steal her moment. Tells Britt she better get good look at what a star is. But Britt says she wrestled the very first All-In Chicago, said she was the first woman to sign with AEW, recalls wrestling at Wembley last year while Mercedes was injured. That's put it nicely. And then challenges her to a match at All-In. Mercedes cuts her off, tells Britt to get back in line. And Britt asks Mercedes what line she's referring to. Great callback there to a line Mercedes used in WWE. Britt roasted her in this. Just absolutely roasted her. And this is perfect for All In for the TBS title. I understand maybe in a perfect world it'd be for the Women's World Championship, but this is AEW's big money women's division match, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I don't care what you've got going on. These two are gonna outcook Tony and whoever she may be taking on, Mariah May, for the women's championship. This one is going to steal the show in the women's division.
Yeah, I feel like we're really cooking now in the women's division AEW, and like Majin brought up Jamie Hayter in the comments. We're still waiting a return from her. I mean, you throw her in that division.
Oh yeah.
If they can start getting their booking a little more nailed down, we're talking about the best women's division in wrestling at that point if we get the booking nailed down a little more. Because the talent and the depth of this roster can certainly be so.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it's great to see the Doctor back, and I'm excited for this match against Mercedes. I can already say it'll be a tough one to predict, I think, in All In. But they could, if they played their cards right, this feud doesn't have to end at All In. This feud between Mercedes and Britt, it could go on for 5 or 6 months, honestly, with long-term storytelling if they do it correctly.
I agree.
We'll see if they do, but
I hope so.
Mon said, I gotta say, I saw fans shit on this, how it demeans the belt. They're too big for the title, blah, blah. Does it, though? It only makes it look better. It rises the title up if talent like these are competing for it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. Like, and like Paul was saying, you know, okay, you get this match for your TBS title. Your world title is either going to be Tony Storm against Mariah May or Tony Storm versus Willow Nightingale. Either way, that's a big women's match at All In. So you're going to have 2 big women's matches. So I don't think it devalues the women's world title at all. It only increases the TBS title. So that's what we want. That's what I've been claiming for. Give me 2 women's matches per Dynamite. Now they're finally giving us multiple quality women's matches on the pay-per-views. So
Yeah.
Michael McLean's in the chat. He said, I saw that Cody poster. Paul shed a tear at the pin. Paul, did you shed a tear yesterday when Solo pinned Cody?
I did not. Because I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense. The only thing I was wrong on last night is I thought maybe, just maybe, Roman would return post-match.
I think that's SummerSlam, my friend. And I
do.
You know me. I love Cody Rhodes. I know you love Cody Rhodes. Bloodline stuff's been good, but Cody versus Solo as the main event at SummerSlam,
no,
that doesn't hit for me for your second biggest PLE of the year.
Thank you.
That's not hitting for me. I know it's a chapter in what's a bigger story, but I don't know. That doesn't do a lot for me.
No.
But yeah, and Michael brings up a good point. The funeral is that Roman's dad passed away, so that could have changed plans.
It could have.
I got to go back to Majin's comment. No one get my record joke. I believe I did. Majin, was that a call from Two Broke Girls CBS show? I think that he said here. I'll bring it up here again. If you missed the Paul, he said if Stephanie Vacour can find the time to do bookings between her night shift at the Williamsburg Diner, I'm all in. I've seen some people. Yep, he said I've seen some people in the IWC compare her to the actress that's on that show. One of the actresses on that show. So
yeah. Which one, Tanner?
I don't know either one of their names. So
the hot one or the blonde one?
They're both good looking, Paul. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
But yes, the first one in your perspective there.
Yeah. She was in Thor too.
She was also a 40-year-old virgin.
Yes.
She was the daughter. Yeah.
Yes.
Kat Dennings. Okay, there we go. See, that's why I love our chat. They keep me informed and educated and make me smarter. I need that, Paul. One guy that doesn't need that.
You need a lot of things.
Yes, I do. Amen to that. One guy that doesn't need that's Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, and that is perfect timing for our
good Lord. He couldn't have joined at a better time.
No, he could not have.
What's up, Shep?
Hey, Shep.
It's been a long 4 days.
And you just joined at the perfect time.
But before that, Tanner, can I do it now?
Yeah.
What are we drinking tonight, Shep?
Oh.
Because I know we're drinking.
Oh, fuck. All right, here, hold on. I don't know if I've ever drank red wine on the podcast.
I don't think you have.
Oh.
We're drinking a little Camus, the Walking Fool. It's one of my dad's favorite wines, so I bought him a bottle for his birthday. We're drinking it. I got a little bit of that. I got some right here. I got this right here. I played golf. I had transfusions this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess.
He's still upright, and the good thing is I already took us explicit, so you're good, Shep.
Oh, you did that for me. You did that for me, didn't you, Paul? I appreciate
4.5 minutes in.
Shep, you got a lot of things, my
I
friend,
love
but
it.
one thing you don't have is this beautiful title right here.
You have an asterisk by your name. You have an asterisk. You can't have two guys have a perfect card and just keep it.
3.
Well, Paul, we're not including Tanner. You can't have two challengers have a perfect card. And
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to keep it because I got a perfect card. No, that's not the way that works. I'm pretty sure it's me, you.
Champion's advantage.
Yes, I am. If I drink tequila and cranberries and sodas like Ric Flair did, you should watch out. I'm pretty sure it's Tanner versus JPJ versus the Shep at All In. Is that how this is going to work, right?
No, he's putting it on the line against all of us again, according to him.
All four of us?
Imagine.
Hey, no offense to plug on Paul, but I mean, son of a bitch, you guys weren't close. You weren't close.
We missed one match.
Perfect card over here.
Yeah. Perfect card club.
I'm just saying.
Raise your game, Paul. Raise your game.
Or if Tanner's got a set of cojones on him, he'll put it on the line for blood and guts.
He doesn't.
JPJ and I.
Blood,
he doesn't.
Blood and guts isn't big enough for that title.
It's
we
not
only do
big enough for
pay-per-views.
Tanner.
We only do pay-per-views.
Jeez. Sorry, Paul. I didn't realize Tanner's head couldn't fit through the damn window of the next.
I know, right?
Hey, I'm just a dipshit according to you, Shep. So what do I know?
I didn't call you a dipshit, did I?
Yes, you did. We called him
missed,
just about anything and everything last week.
Fantastic intro, Shep. I'll have to show you after we're done tonight.
All right. Well,
yes.
I think it was Pluggo that was all over your ass, not me.
Oh, well.
It was.
Okay. I was. I see. Yeah. Fucking crazy rain race in Chicago right now. It's damn near dark and they're still running down Lakeshore Drive. It's crazy.
Love it.
I love this. Tanner's watching WCW, Shep's watching NASCAR, and I'm following along with NXT Heatwave on Twitter.
Hey, our buddy.
Because I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like pulling up the Peacock because I only have one computer, so I would have had to find a way to mute the audio for it, and I just didn't feel like doing all that crap tonight.
Hey, Paul, are you watching the cock?
No. I'm watching the X.
Oh, the X. Sorry.
I am.
Close enough.
Jesus.
I got Bash at the Beach 96 on behind me because it was on this day in 96.
Is it 28 years, right? 20 years ago?
Yeah. Yep.
28 years ago, the third man. The third man was Hogan. Bobby the Brain.
Bobby
the Brain. What a legendary call.
Yeah. Whose side is he on? Well, Bobby, what? Why is there any doubt of whose side is he on?
And the best part is Hogan when he hit that 100-yard ramp that he had to walk down. He's walking down with a purpose. You're like, oh, he's coming to help. Here it is, and he just you couldn't pick a perfect scenario.
Nope.
He did it perfectly, and he changed the business.
Yep, absolutely. Business has never been the same since that night. So.
He changed it.
Another guy changing the business, and this is why I was glad you joined at this time, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
Oh, Shep, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. So basically, Jericho kicked Taz out of the building. And then was on commentary for the Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata versus the Cage of Agony. So another one of Shep's favorites, Brian Cage. We get to talk about him.
They changed the name just for Brian Cage, too,
Yeah,
by the way.
Cage of Agony.
I saw that. I was like, it's a
Yeah.
misprint, right?
I
It's a
did too.
misprint. It's a
I'm like,
misprint.
oh, new name. All right.
Oh, man.
Hook, Joe, and Shibata are great. I wish they would get a push for the trios titles, and maybe they will eventually. I love the spot at the end with all three guys making their opponents tap. That was a pretty good spot.
It was a good spot. I enjoyed that.
But after the match, Brian, Keith, and Big Bill joined Jericho in the ring. They beat down all the other guys, and Big Bill sends Hook through a table. Here's my problem with this, okay? I respect Jericho for always reinventing his character, right? And it eventually does get over with the crowd. But my
Hi,
God,
guys.
does his
Hi,
storylines
guys.
in AEW last forever. I mean, this thing is going to be dragged out for like months.
But where can it go? The only
I just feel
way,
bad for Hook. Like, he's stuck.
But I'm saying with the learning tree, the only way it can go is those guys got to go after the trios title, right? There's nothing else they can do that's going to be relevant. And the bounty hunter Brian Keith, he's been in a sling for like 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, where else are you going to go with these guys?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're really in that Jericho vortex, or Hook especially. And I mean, with him winning at Forbidden Door by hitting a clean Judas effect and clean pinning Jericho 1, 2, 3, that tells me they're probably going to fight for that title again at some point. And why can't we get Hook into a TNT title picture or something? I mean,
that title
deserves
doesn't mean
it.
shit. That title doesn't mean shit.
Mm-mm.
And Majin said, say what you want about Jericho, but you cannot say he doesn't help you talent he put over Hook at the paper.
He did. By the way, I decided to take Shep's advice, and I have turned on Heatwave on the cock. And I'm only watching this because your boy's in it, Tanner.
Ethan Page?
Yeah.
Yeah, all ego. Did you guys see? I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring this up later. Did you see what he said this week that made the dirt sheets?
I did not.
I think I know what you're getting ready to say.
He basically made a claim that he's happy to be in NXT where people want him to succeed and he's focused on, and instead of a place that is disorganized and chaotic.
Yeah, disorganized and chaotic is what stuck out to me.
Yeah, I'm like, he hasn't been the only person to say that after they left AEW. I mean, I think AEW is starting to get their shit together. I mean, I think this week proved it. But yeah, don't like seeing that.
Mm-mm.
But they did drop the ball with him. I mean, we were all three on record. They dropped the ball with the guys. So
And another guy they dropped the ball with in this match as well.
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I mean, I'm glad those two guys are doing well. Yeah. Has there been any surprises, Paul, on that show?
Hey,
from
Paul,
TNA or anything tonight?
I don't watch a lot of that. He's back as Sean Spears, not Ty Dillinger, right? Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
He's back as Sean Spears.
Yep.
And tonight he came out with a Casey James looking mask on.
Hey, Steffi's not happy, saying that title doesn't mean shit because of he used to.
Look. I love ECW. I love ECW, and I can appreciate what Paul Heyman did and all those guys did in ECW. And I love watching the documentaries, and I love the behind the scenes footage. I love it. I would never shit on those guys. But the way they've treated this title in AEW, it doesn't mean shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't even know.
That is true.
It's not even officially a title.
It's not.
It's not irrelevant. I mean, freaking Jericho's got a sticker across the front of it now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting on ECW because I'm one of the biggest ECW fans there is back in the day. But the way they're treating it on AEW, I'm sorry, it doesn't mean shit.
No,
that's just my opinion. Sorry,
I agree.
Steffi.
I agree.
I don't mean to get you fired up. He does. You hockey loving NASCAR lady. Cheers.
Nothing like being thrown off of the top rope through the announce table ringside.
Mod says he wouldn't say it's all on AEW. They tried to promote Ethan and Spears many times, and every time they couldn't get over, they couldn't connect. At some point, it's not just them.
That's very true. It's very true. It's on both of them, but again, AEW didn't have the marketing that WWE and NXT
It's a machine.
have.
It's a machine. WWE's a machine. I mean, you're
I mean,
swimming
if you-
uphill against everything they got, really.
Yeah, if you watched the WrestleMania behind this curtain,
Yeah,
or
which I
even
was
if you
disappointed
just-
by.
I haven't watched all of it yet. I keep putting it off. But I saw last night when I was watching Money in the Bank that they showed a preview of it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this Roman Rock that we were going to do, the marketing behind it was going to draw in all these people." And it's like right there, you cannot. No other company can compete with the marketing strategy of WWE.
No, and, well, I won't spoil it for
Unfortunately.
you, Paul. Since you haven't watched, I won't spoil it for you. But I'll just say, for something that was supposed to come out right after WrestleMania, and everybody was looking forward to, then they put on the wait on it for 3 months. I don't think it was worth the wait for 3 months. It was fine, but I expected more juicy content to come out of it. I didn't really learn anything, I guess.
Yeah, so really, there's no need to watch it unless you're really
not
interested.
If you want to watch it for anything Roman or Seth to be featured, don't, because it's mostly Rock and Cody. And really, it's mostly Rock, to be honest.
I figured.
I think we can tell whose team had the influence behind it more so than.
But
Yeah.
wasn't his what $7 or whatever his production company, weren't they the head of this?
I think him and Brian Gwartz had a lot to say in it, but it was a WWE production, so I don't know. I don't know. I won't spoil it for you, Paul. You'll watch it. You'll understand the comment. The Rock makes a comment. That's the main headline.
Paul's going, damn it, Tanner. I was going to do that tonight, and you just ruined my evening.
No, I wasn't paying attention to anything Tanner was saying because, one, he's an idiot.
Wow.
Two, I'm going to break the news right here on KOP. So sorry for anybody who plans to watch this after us. Your winner and new NXT champion, All Ego, Ethan Page.
Wow,
Good for
Good for him.
And again, I'm
That's a
watching this on mute,
pony.
so if I'm wrong, I mean, they just literally handed him the title. So, I mean, hey, congratulations to him.
Hey, you know what?
New NXT champion. There it is.
I think he deserves it. He really does.
So
He
now
does.
he's got to defend against Karate Man, right?
He's got to defend against everybody.
Karate Man. Who the fuck is Karate Man?
He was Karate Man and TNA.
Oh, the green screen, right?
Yeah, he had the green screen.
I was like, what? I don't know any Karate Man in NXT.
Gosh, I was
Dan
like,
Housen's coming.
I got nothing.
Dan Housen's coming.
Good job, man.
I got a Mercedes Monet pop. Damn it.
Well, I mean, you two are on kind of the same level. You're both worthless, and you both suck.
We both hold gold.
Ooh. Yeah, you both work for a company that said, we're just going to give it to you. We don't care.
Wow, did I miss the first 30 minutes of this podcast? Did I miss something?
He was very kind until you got here. Something about Shep's presence just flips heel Paul.
No, we were great last week. We had a blast. The four of us, we sat here and laughed and joked, and it was fantastic.
I listen later. Don't you worry.
All right, now I can unplug my other monitor.
I still haven't figured out how JPJ and I got screwed out of this title, but we're just gonna roll with it, I guess.
Because never mind.
You've done that a couple times tonight, Paul.
Tanner's another name for a cat.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh. Wow, that's harsh. You know what? All right. I don't want to get you. I'm gonna be the moderator here, okay? You guys need to calm down. I know you're 49 miles apart, even though you're 2 inches apart on my screen. You need to calm down. So I'm guessing you're in the middle of Dynamite, right, Tanner?
Yeah, we're getting towards the end. We got 2 matches covered, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
2 matches covered in an hour, you know.
Nah, we've got more than that.
Hey, Shep, the one thing we didn't get, what are your thoughts on Forbidden Door?
Yeah, true.
Forbidden Door. This is the best Forbidden Door we've had in 3 years, right? We've
Yep,
had
3
three
years.
of them, right? This was the best Forbidden Door we've had. And I know, Tanner, I know we talked about your concerns going into Forbidden Door.
Mm.
And I agreed with you. But after watching this Forbidden Door, I could disagree with your comments now. Because after this one, I think it's going to be alive and strong for a while.
Well, especially with what they announced with the second night of Wrestle Kingdom turn into this Dynasty event with AEW, ROH, New Japan, CMLL, and Stardom. Yeah, this partnership's not going anywhere. I said earlier, I thought it was the most predictable Forbidden Door we've had yet. I mean, granted, 3 of us had perfect cards. The other 2 only missed 1 match. But I thought it did the best job.
They weren't perfect. They weren't perfect. They missed the shit.
Marco.
But
Marco.
but they did the best.
Marco.
They did the best.
Marco.
They did the best job at
Marco.
They did the best job at setting stuff up going forward than any other.
Marco.
So
I again, I thought it was a great card. One of the best Forbidden Door.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And another thing, getting back to Dynamite, I thought was good. The Owen Hart quarterfinal match between Jeff Jarrett, the Outlaw, and a returning Hangman Adam Page.
See, Steffi got what I was referencing.
Yeah, I did. I'm just ignoring you.
What else is new?
Yeah, exactly.
You fucker.
Jesus.
Wow.
See, Shep, get him under control.
Paul, did you start drinking earlier or something? Did I miss
He's
something?
left
here?
Mountain Dew.
Oh boy, that's a tall boy.
Yeah,
That's a tall boy.
1.25 liter.
I don't know about you guys, but I love this match. I thought
This was
Jarrett
a good
looked
match.
I thought Hangman gave Jarrett a ton of offense, but we saw an aggressive Hangman Page, unlike anything we've seen in his time at AEW.
So
Yes.
Can he sustain it though?
No.
He's had a couple of really good gimmicks in the
Right.
past, and they fizzled out. If he can sustain this aggression, this hatred that he's got right now, oh man, he could. I know he's young. He's in his 20s still. I want it. I think it could work. It really could work.
But I mean, he has new interest music, new Titantron. Later on, we found out he didn't want to be the Elite's 5th man in Blood and Guts. He wants to do his own thing. We'll see if that lasts or not. But I'm digging it so far. 1 weekend.
So he says he won't be the Elite. Could he be Team AEW 5th man?
No.
He could, but I still think he and Swerve can't get along. So,
Exactly. Well, I mean, somebody
it carries on their story to Blood and Guts.
Yeah,
I'm
somebody
all in. I'm sorry, all in.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody was out there chanting "Whose house? Swerve's house," and he went over to the crowd and asked who started it. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you saw his facial expressions during the match when they started chanting something about Swerve, his face, like, he had great facial expressions.
Hey Paul, over Tanner's shoulder is Captain Insano.
Yeah, he shows no mercy.
no mercy.
Captain Insano.
Captain Insano.
We also got Jimmy Hart, Mean Gene, and Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, but didn't Kevin Sullivan go by what they call him then?
It was something dumb.
Didn't he have like shit painted on his forehead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mean Gene. What a fucking legend Mean Gene was.
He was fantastic.
YouTube Mean Gene outtakes.
Oh,
and, like,
man.
stuff he'd play off air and stuff. Hilarious. Just
yes.
hilarious.
All
But
right,
Hangman got the win. Hangman got the win. so he
Hangman, let's go,
advances.
Hangman.
So no Jeff Jarrett going on, even though, they tried to tug at all of our heartstrings with the promos. Crowd said, thank you, Jeff. He got ovations after the match. So good for Jeff to get one more kind of big time highlighted match.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Is it just me, or does Hangman now look even more like Magnum TA
Oh
than
my
he did
God,
before he
yes.
left?
Yes.
Oh, you got a little longer hair. Is that what you're saying? That?
And a stash.
No, I mean,
thick,
yeah, that stash, dude. I mean, he looks like a young Magnum TA.
That's a flavor saver.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, I mean, you can call it stash, but us over here in the NASCAR world, we call that a flavor saver.
And then
Well, you
the
guys
match,
got nothing, do you?
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I'm just leaving it alone.
Yeah,
I could say so many things, but
let it breathe. Let it breathe.
I'm trying to behave myself.
Tanner said, "Let it breathe." Tanner said, "Let it breathe." God bless.
Let it cook.
Bless.
Yeah, the guy me on. Oh, I was gonna say something really bad. I'm not doing that. No,
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
No,
That was gonna be really bad.
You know what? If I haven't got,
I thought I was the heel here.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say probably. Yeah. Nope. Tanner. Nope.
Yeah. Good job. You know what, Tanner? I was gonna switch, but I'm gonna pour me a little bit more wine.
There you go. Imagine said a crowd cheering for Double J. I did not have that on my 2024 bingo card. Neither did I, but I'm all here for it. I like it.
You know what though? I love this. And I think Double J could split from this group, even though I get why he's with them. I don't think he could ever have a title run left in him.
Right.
Maybe, I mean, we've seen him. He's held the tag belts. You know what? I'd like to. It'd be hard to be a face group with these guys because they're a bunch of pricks.
But they have the comedic asset with Lethal, and Lethal can go, of course, and Sanjay.
Lethal's awesome.
They could turn it to a face group pretty easily, I think. They want.
Yeah,
to.
if Satnam comes out, if Satnam comes out and starts throwing freaking naan and rice in the crowd, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's all I got. I didn't say butter chicken, but
wow.
Anyways, it's what he's good at.
Yeah.
He can't wrestle. He fucking can't wrestle. I'm sorry.
He's getting better.
Nah.
Sure he is. He's getting. Never mind.
Yeah. So, what were your thoughts on the main event? Ospreay versus Garcia for the AEW International Championship. Earlier tonight, we got a promo for Garcia. Really strong promo. Pretty much saying there's no doubt he's going to get done, even on his mom's life, yada, yada, yada. And then we got a hell of a match.
We did. We got a really good match that led into a good post-match segment. I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, we saw MJF in his corner. MJF tried to give Garcia the dynamite ring a few times. Garcia turned it down and then turned it down. He got hit by a hidden blade from the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay, who put on another banger of a match like he does. I mean, the dude just does it in his sleep for the 1, 2, 3. But it was the big story after the match. See Ospreay whispers something to Garcia. MJF joins him in the ring. MJF tells Garcia his loss was on him, not Garcia. He helps him up, raises his hand, hugs him. But I knew it was coming. Then they kicked to the nuts. The low blow, and heel MJF was back. He puts on the dynamite ring, hits Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, busts him open, hits Garcia, clocks security with the ring, just puts a beat down on Garcia, and then he tries to pretty much break his neck, delivering a pile driver off the top rope. Ospreay finally makes his way down to the ring. MJF retreats to the crowd. He's getting into it with fans, and the EMTs take Garcia out on a stretcher, and the show goes off the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good
Really
stuff.
good post-match segment. I mean, I was there for it. Although watching MJF,
You were there? You were
well,
there?
yeah, on my couch.
I was like, okay. Sorry, Paul.
Chicago's not
I got
that far
conf-
drive.
I mean, I could have drove to Chicago, but
Okay. I got confused. Sorry, my bad.
it's okay, Shep. You've indulged today. It's okay.
A tit.
But watching MJF throughout this match, I had a feeling it was coming. There was a lot of shades when he turned on Cody in this match, and pretty much anytime MJF's turned heel. So I was
How do you
ready
guys
for
feel
it.
about this? Because I see a lot of people upset, like, oh, they're doing this again. Because I think they enjoyed rooting for MJF the back half of 2023 and then the first few weeks in his return. I get that, but heel MJF is the best heel in professional wrestling, in my opinion. Or one of the best.
It is, but don't you think he's got to screw over somebody a little bit bigger than Danny Garcia?
I did at first,
nothing against Danny Garcia, but if you're going to screw somebody over to get the heel heat,
yeah,
it's got to be somebody. I mean, it's got to be somebody a little bit bigger, right?
I think, in my opinion, if I had the pencil at least to make sense on this, they're doing all this to make a bigger star out of Daniel Garcia. Because in my opinion, MJF, I'm going to throw my cards out here. I'm going to spoil one of my predictions, unless something changes from here and all in. MJF will beat Ospreay for the international title at All In with the help of the Callis family. Because even though Ospreay's out of the Callis family now, we saw the look on Don's face. Don's going to do something. So, and then eventually down the road, Garcia finally wins gold and wins it off of MJF, and he's a bigger star than he ever has been.
Yeah, you know what, though? The only problem you got with what you just said,
I know.
MJF
Is everything?
MJF is way too big for the Callis family. I'm sorry.
He doesn't join them, but they help him win. That's what I'm saying. Because they screw over Will.
Okay, but again,
All
the Callis family is below MJF.
They're below Ospreay too.
If you've got the pencil here, Tanner,
Yeah.
does Fletcher turn on Ospreay too?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Kyle Fletcher is a future absolute star in this company.
We saw Fletcher drop the ROH television title
Right.
in Mexico.
Right.
Mhm.
So all that tells me is he's going to be inserted in the TNT Intercontinental, the
International.
Sorry. And what the hell is Okada?
Or the Continental belt.
What is
Continental Classic belt or whatever the hell
that's
is.
what
Yeah,
Okada.
the Continental Classic, the
Yeah.
International.
He's going to be inserted in a mid-level title, and we're going to see a run by him.
Yep.
Whether it's on the heel side with Don Callis by his side, I can see that. But there's a reason he dropped that title in Mexico. So,
And Mark Davis should be coming back soon. And
Mhm.
when that happens, then you can pair all three of those guys together, and there you go.
Get him a trios run.
and Mark Davis is a beast, freaking beast.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he
Freaking
is.
beast.
So.
Mhm.
But that's how I justify it, I guess, because I'm not disagreeing with the Shep. I think Garcia is going to be an absolute star one day. He's just not there yet. But that's how I justify it.
And you know what?
And-
Look, I could do without the fucking hip thrust against Ospreay's head. I could do
Yeah,
without those.
that was a little unneeded, but
Hopefully, after this angle, hopefully that's in his past, and he gets more locked into being that.
Well,
that
he
killer
made
can be.
he made a social media post. I think it was on X. Like, we don't need we're not going to do that anymore.
Well,
That's not
then
gonna
Daddy Magic cut that great backstage
Yeah.
promo after the event.
Mhm.
Man, he cut himself deep, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And Shep, to kind of agree yet disagree with you, I think him beating the holy hell out of Daddy Magic and Daniel Garcia wasn't necessarily one, it was to take them out because they're getting an opportunity at a belt that he's not having an opportunity at. But it's to get under the skin of Ospreay because Ospreay doesn't do things like that. He's tried to stop the Don Callis family from doing things like that. So now you've got this guy who just laid out to one guy who, is a manager now. No offense to Daddy Magic, but he's better on the mic than the ring. And you got a guy who just went through a hell of a match and you take them both out. Why would you do that? So now Ospreay's coming back going, MJF, you're a piece of crap. You're scum of the earth, yada, yada, yada. And that will build that feud between MJF and Ospreay.
Okay. Come Wednesday, MJF music hits. Is it going to be a pop?
There's always
It'll
going to be
be
somewhat
booze.
of a pop.
There's going to be a
Always
pop.
going to be somewhat of a pop, in my opinion.
There's going to be a pop. And if you put MJF in the take Ospreay out of it. So if you compare MJF to Swerve's the face all of a sudden. Swerve likes to get dark, boys. I mean, the guy paints himself black eyes under his eyes, right? Like he wants to be the dark character. The stuff he says, he wants to be the dark character. And all of a sudden you're going to say Swerve's our face over MJF? I get that they're going to try to push MJF as the heel, but Swerve hits, huge pop. MJF hits, huge pop. Like,
and
two top
Ospreay
guys.
gets bigger pop than both of them.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're at, but yeah.
No, I think he does. I agree. And I don't know if it's because of the music, because he has the little chant.
He's got a good entrance, but I think these three are faces of the company right now.
If you had to rank the top three of those guys,
oh my god,
I think you go Swerve, MJF, Ospreay, and I'm an Ospreay guy. You go Swerve because he's your champion, right?
Right.
MJF can manipulate the hell out of anybody, and then Ospreay can wrestle anybody and better.
And he's good on the mic too now. I used to not think he was good on the mic. He's good on the mic
He is.
So,
and
yeah,
I love it. I mean, I ordered a Bruv shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm wearing mine right now under this hoodie.
I'd love to say the word bruv.
yep.
Bruv.
Yep.
Bruv.
Yep.
And if I like dark beer, I would have drank dark beer because of him, but dark beer sucks. So
I agree with that.
I agree.
No,
But and the one thing I will say to the internet wrestling community, those idiots over on the IWC that Tanner likes to hang out with.
Paul, you're easy, Paul.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get us canceled.
Yeah, you're gonna get me canceled. I don't give a shit.
But to the IWC and to anybody who can't wrap their brains around this, like Tanner, you can cheer for the heel. Just because they're a bad guy doesn't mean you have to boo them. I mean, if they're a heel and you like them, I personally have grown up liking the heels over the faces anyway. There are only a handful of faces I enjoyed really rooting for. Otherwise, it's always been the heels. So who cares if they're a good guy or a bad guy? You like them, cheer for them. You hate them, boo them. Who cares?
Okay.
I'll still cheer for MJF. I liked MJF as a heel. I liked him as a face. I like him as a heel again.
Okay. Paul, let's rewind ourselves 20 years.
Okay.
Okay. So it's let's go farther back.
All right.
Let's rewind ourselves 30 years. Okay.
94.
1994. We're watching a lot of WWE's taped. The biggest heel in 1994 was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
But guess who I was really excited to see on television on Monday Night Nitro was Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, yeah.
But he was a heel, but he still got a hell of a pop back in 1994 when back then it was completely bullshit to go behind the curtain like we do nowadays, right?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to have your two main event guys, which I'm saying right now is Swerve and MJF, and both of them right now to me are trying to be heels.
Yeah,
I don't think Swerve's trying to be a heel right now.
Swerve.
4 weeks ago, he was breaking in Hangman's house and in.
That was months ago before he won the championship.
Oh, that's 3-4 months ago. I mean, come on.
Yeah, months ago, but since he's been champion, he is not.
That's like 20 years ago was the 80s. Calm down, Tanner. Damn.
Don't finish last, Paul. Don't finish last.
Uh-huh. It's golf. I finished first. Screw you.
Fair enough.
Hey! You want to hear a fucking golf story today?
No,
Tanner.
really.
I know, Tanner. You appreciate this. I shoot 77 today. Okay.
You're on a hot streak lately, dude.
I'm playing pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie. I shoot fucking 77 today and tied for fourth. There was
handicaps.
There was a fucking 22-year-old kid who can hit the ball. He's got a fucking bucket of balls and a yard of cock, right? He's a big old fucker. And he can hit it a mile. And that motherfucker played from the Blue Tees today and shot 67.
Two away from the course record.
If my fat ass would have played from the Blue Tees, it'd been different. But I'm a man. I'm not a puss. I shoot 77 today, and I did get a skin. I got like $22. I shot 78, 77 my last two tournaments, and I got $22 fucking dollars.
Too good, Shep. Too good.
I'm gonna start drinking more transfusions. I drank transfusions this morning too. We talked about it last week on the podcast.
Yep.
Drink transfusions. Anyway, sorry. I know this is wrestling podcast. I just vented about my golf game. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. We go down rabbit holes.
I'm gonna pour some more.
Yeah. I agree with Majin. The heelish thing that he's done is make matches personal. And to me, Swerve isn't a true face, and he's not a true heel.
Tweener.
He's a tweener, just like Moxley. Everybody loves to cheer for Moxley.
Okay.
People love to boo for Moxley, but
Paul,
you know he's going dark.
Paul, this is a great point. Great point. Then why the hell do you have MJF turn heel?
Because MJF's better as a heel than a face.
I don't know, man. That's debatable. It really is.
I think MJF's so damn talented he can go either way.
Yeah.
And I agree with Tanner. Yes, can he get on the mic and completely, bash the cities in and get some cheap heat? Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, he's so good. Like, I almost think he's better as a face. I think because he's real on the mic, and when you're real on the mic, I think you get more of the babyface vibes. Okay, kind of like a CM Punk. CM Punk was always real on the mic, right?
Right.
And he was a heel 90% of his run.
Not in AEW.
He was just in AEW, no, he was a babyface. I was referring to true CM Punk pipe bomb CM Punk.
Hey, Paul. I hate to inform you. This is an AEW podcast.
Second time tonight, Paul.
No, this is a wrestling podcast. We just happen to focus more on AEW than the other company. Quit being Mark, you guys. God, fucking Marks.
Paul McMahon over here.
Paul McMahon. Hey, you look
wow.
Hey, Shano, how you doing over there, bud? Bruv, how you doing?
Paul, can you please do the Shane McMahon dance for us so we can go viral?
Oh
Please?
God,
No.
please.
No. My hip. There you go.
Oh shit. Hey, Dynamite was a hell of a show, by the way.
Oh, I told Paul I wasn't trying to be a fanboy saying this. I thought it was the best Dynamite of the year. I thought start to finish.
Well, when you have a really good pay-per-view like we had on Saturday, it's hard to follow up. But I thought Dynamite was dynamite. No pun intended.
Oh, okay.
I really thought it was a great show. One of my favorite shows, and you know me, I can be pretty critical.
Yeah, I told Tanner this is going to be the highest rating I've given Dynamite in a long time, if not the highest ever.
Yeah, there you go.
Did anybody watch Rampage? Because I did not.
No.
Nope.
Rampage was Rampage.
So boys, I know we got a lot of Canadian listeners, and I love you guys. You had Canadian Day on Monday, I think it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with us having the 4th of July on Thursday, I started on Wednesday, right? Yeah. So I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. I mean, boys, it's been a fucking trip. And I came to my barn Friday, and I don't know what happened. And I started watching Rampage. And I don't know if I turned it on, and I don't know if I made it through the opening credits. I was out. I was fucking out.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I tried to watch it. You can give me an E for effort, but
the biggest thing was Mariah May beat Sheeta, which we knew was coming. So it's gonna be her and Willow in the finals.
Fucking Disco Inferno over Tanner's show.
Oh God, I might just turn it off.
Fucking Disco Inferno.
Fast forward through the match.
Funny part is I almost called you Tyler for some reason. Who the hell is Tyler?
Trevor, Tyler, whatever you guys want to call me.
Loser champ.
Not that.
Marco lover.
False.
Look, we're not going to cover that, right?
Oh yes, we are.
I'm kind of on Tanner's.
Right,
I'm kind of on
Paul.
Tanner's.
Paul, you take over Collision. I did Dynamite. Collision's yours. Go.
I only know
hold
one
on,
thing
hold
that
on.
happened on
How
Collision.
the hell they ever?
Hold
on. How the hell they ever think Dean Malenko and fucking Disco Inferno is going to put on a match?
I have no
How
idea.
the hell? Like who?
I hope Dean bends him like a pretzel.
Who's the booker back there? Said, "Oh, this is a good idea."
Bischoff.
He wasn't the booker then, though. Wasn't it? Was it Kevin Sullivan?
Well, either or, yeah.
And I hope Dean Malenko just stretches the fuck out of him, but
yeah, bends him like a pretzel.
Like, who thought this was a good idea? It's the same thing going, hey, Shep, you should have some, like, carb-free bread. That's a dumb fucking idea. God.
Wow. Great comparison.
I don't know. Yeah.
Great comparison.
Hey, Shep, you want this piece of cheesecake? Oh, no, I'm going to fuck yeah, I'm going to eat that cheesecake. Why would you ask? Why would you put these two dumbasses together? Sorry. Next. Sorry.
Here's what we'll do for Collision, Paul. So I'm going to run down bullet points, and then we just hit on what we want to. So we had MJF explain himself why he's basically turned heel. We had the conglomeration, as they're called now, OC, Briscoe, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Iron Savages. We had Timeless Tony Storm against Trish Adora. We had Jack Perry against returning worthless wrestler that doesn't need to be named on this podcast.
Joey Janela.
Marco.
Yeah, I would have popped for Joey. We had Claudio versus Beast Mortos. And we had Rio versus Lady Frost. And we had Hangman Page versus Jay White in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup.
Which I dug. I thought that was great.
That was great.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
No, I did not watch Collision. I was going to today, but I got distracted with other things. So I only know one thing. Marco Stunt returned. Jurassic Express's music hit. And Jack Perry threw him like a lawn dart and freaking killed the man by bouncing his head off of an apron
Jack might be my favorite wrestler
or
now
turnbuckle.
because of that.
Yeah.
I thought his reaction when the entrance music came was good.
It was
Yes.
Like the crowd ate it up, and
And-
then it was fucking micro midget, fucking
yeah. It
Ala,
was,
Marco, Marco,
Uh,
Marco, Marco,
midget mania or whatever they call it's coming to Pierre's up here in Fort Wayne next month. If I want to watch that on my television, I'll just go watch that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of things coming to Fort Wayne, I'll get to that in a minute. I got to double check the date for sure. So, Shep, go ahead.
August 10th, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's the weekend after my birthday.
I get why they brought him back. I get why they had this match. I get it. Yada yada yada. It works for the scapegoat, Jack Perry. It's his past. I get it. It works. It was the right thing to do. I just can't stand the guy. I can't stand the guy.
I don't want him back. This in AEW.
I don't think he'll be back. I think this is a one-off. It's got to be a one-off.
Well, you did see the backstage thing they did with him too, right?
Yeah. He gets interviewed, says, well, that didn't go your way, did it? And you see this shadow in the background. You can tell it's Luchasaurus, and then Luchasaurus steps in and glares at him.
Yep.
Saturday, August 10th, 2024, FWF presents Fort Wayne Funk at Pierre's. Just down the road from you, Tanner. So you actually going to come to an FWF show for a change?
I've told you. I had tickets to a concert for like a year on that date. So
Yeah, see?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Shep comes when it's in his backyard. You don't come when it's in your backyard.
What a cop-out, Tanner.
Jeez.
I can
You
prove
know
it.
what?
Hey,
what?
what concert do you have August 10th? Because
I had a Creed concert. First time them touring in 15 years. Good.
Take me
I'm
Yeah.
clip it.
Oh, that's clipped. That's gonna be clipped. You better believe it. I thought I'd be the one throwing my headphone tonight.
Fucking Creed, really?
My God.
I think I would, if I got really fucked up, I'd love a Creed concert.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun concert to drink at. So I'm looking forward.
I would start drinking 3 hours beforehand, maybe 4.
Dang.
Take me higher.
So, Shep, here's this. All right. We know you've made it to an FWF show. You made it. 2 of them, one of which that idiot Rip Ryerson Jr. got thrown into the lake.
He is an idiot.
He
Looked
should.
like a drowned rat. But I'm going to make
I'm glad he could swim.
he
He didn't drown at least. We didn't have an insurance policy.
Foot kind of got stuck in the sand there for a second, and it was that soft sand. It was a little scary. But July 7th, 2024, 10 p.m., I'm rounding up. I bet that I can get Pluggo to an FWF show before Tanner shows up to one.
You beat me for this. You beat me for this. I'm front row at the following FWF show.
Hey, Paul, before you say anything, that title's fake. Because if you have a perfect card, obviously you can't win the title. So
The real one.
Yeah, like that's not a thing. And second of all, I would love to go to Pierre's because Pierre's used to be fun when I was a lot younger.
Not
not
anymore.
Yeah. They sold it. The original people, when we were younger, have sold it, and it's changed a lot from what I've
It's
heard.
a little.
It's cleaner, is what I've been told.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are killing me. I'll be in Vegas.
See?
Seeing my boy Jelly Roll. So
I thought you were going to play with golf with Marty
Marty.
McSwirly.
That's in November. Hey, that's back on, by the way.
Well, so even though they're in Utah now, it's back on. What is it? Is it going to be played in Utah now?
I don't know. I was just told my buddy that has the dealerships in Canada said, "Hey, look, my Dodge Chrysler dealerships are not doing well. His other 11 are doing just fine. So I'm not going to go to this dealer summit or whatever." So the golf trip's back on. And it was 17th, 18th, 19th of November. And I'm like, fuck, I'm in. So I'm back. There's a 99.9% chance I'm back in the hockey tournament. And I'm going to show I'm going to play. That sucks because our house is in Scottsdale.
But I was hoping it's Utah too, because they have like a drinking limit in that state. Like, I've never been to Utah, but I think they got some weird limit or something.
They have a drinking limit?
Well, I know at bars you could only get so many drinks, and your drinks have to be so many ounces or something. Like they got weird rules out there.
Oh man, I don't want to go to Utah.
I could be totally off here, but I thought
that's upsetting. And I love drinking in other states. Like I love just drinking in bars that nobody knows who I am. It's so much fun. But yeah, I might show up in a hockey jersey. I'm gonna hit my first tee shot in a hockey jersey.
All right, Pluggo's here.
Here.
I might have reached out to Pluggo to tell him to get in here for this.
Hey, last place Pluggo.
No, that's me. That's why I'm the unwise man. I'm just here to be wrong. But anyway, Pluggo, you did a great job last with Forbidden Door predictions. Don't let these jackwads mess with you. But
you mean the perfect pickers? The perfect pickers? The PPs? The perfect pickers?
Yeah, you're a PP, all right.
That's true.
But all right, Pluggo. Here's the
I've been
deal.
called worse.
I bet
put the fucking
that
thing down.
I can get Pluggo to an FWF show, whether it be coming up in Warsaw at the CCAC or in Fort Wayne at Pierre's. I bet you will be at an FWF show before this loser Tanner is. And then Tanner upped it and said, if I beat him for that title, he will be front row at the very next show, regardless.
So are you like Ricky Bobby and make fun of Juan Pierre and drink seltzer water?
No.
Juan Pierre.
Like Juan Pierre, like your partner, Juan Pierre.
No.
You're going to
play for the Cubs and the Marlins.
Well, you're going John George or John Pierre, whatever the fuck his name was. He was the guy in Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights, yes.
I tried to get out of there.
Yes. The Frenchman.
No.
How many? Hey, Google how many wars the French
don't do
won.
No, don't do it.
How many wars they won? None.
Don't do it.
Fucking Frenchies.
Hawk 2.
Jean-Pierre. There you go. Thank you, Steffi. It's been a long day.
I wish that was the case, Pluggo.
No, Pluggo.
I wish that was the case.
No.
But you're proving that Pluggo, who's known me less time than Tanner's known me, is quicker to support his friend, this guy he barely knows, to help support his indie wrestling career faster than a guy who claims to be one of his good buddies.
There's old JPJ.
I lost my whole train of thought because JPJ popped in.
Hey, he waved tonight, and he was at Money in the Bank yesterday.
Yes, he
He's been
was.
doing some work this week.
JPJ damn near went viral with his video of the Wyatt Six.
Yes,
So,
he did. He's
congrats.
at that. He's had interviews with a bunch of WWE talent this week.
Yeah. What a great
Shout out to JPJ.
Congratulations on your weekend, bro. I'm happy for you.
But look at Pluggo here. They got some news dropping tomorrow morning.
Dun dun dun. They're both going to an FWF show sooner than Tanner Lee.
I bet you they both shave their beards.
I bet not.
Whoa. Whoa.
Or they say, hey, look, we're gonna have Shep grow your beard out since you're a perfect picker against all of Tanner's and Paul's picks and Pluggo's picks. You suck. We're gonna have you join because you can't miss a pick. Maybe that's some news.
All I do is get perfect cards anymore, my guys. So
what I'm
Pluggo,
hearing
the last
here,
5.
Pluggo, the cup tonight is a little red wine. It's a blend. It's my father's birthday tonight, and he's a red wine drinker. So I continue that. Now, as soon as this is over, I got me a backup. Here, let's take a sip.
Oh, JPJ, you're on the next one. Perfect card deserves to be on the next one, no doubt.
Anyways, that's what we're drinking tonight. Pluggo.
so Shep, what
Appreciate
I'm
it.
hearing, actually, Shep, I don't care what you think about this, but Pluggo, what I'm hearing is Tanner is
Are we
going to
still
give
on
his
this?
picks first for All In.
I'll
the
do
rest of us
whatever.
can copy it.
Yeah. I mean, my God, I wasn't even on the show last week. I sent my picks in, still whooped all your asses. So whatever I gotta do.
You can't
Oh,
say
there was
that.
a three-way tie.
Whatever makes you feel better.
You can't
There
say
was
you
a
whooped
three-way
all-
tie.
Now, you beat the shit out of Paul and Pluggo. I'll give you that.
Yes. Thank you. All right.
JP,
That's like
yeah. I mean, JPJ and I, and dude,
Put up a good fight.
he's an East Coaster, and old Shep and East Coasters, dude, got a little problem. But anyways,
I think
we're buddies now,
Yeah.
and we're right there with you there, Tanner. You ain't taking this fucking belt. We're right there, so we get a shot. We get a shot without
Shut
the
up,
other two
Majin.
jack.
He's my dude here.
We get a shot without all the other jackalopes. I'm just telling you right now. We get a shot
right.
without all the jackalopes. And
All right.
Paul, you're a jackalope. Majin, you're a jackalope. Pluggo, you're a jackalope. Stephanie, you're a jackalope. And anybody else that thinks they're going to fucking talk, you're a jackalope.
Marco Stunt's a jackalope.
wow, I thought I was the heel.
Are you pissed, Tanner, because Marco's taller than you?
Nope.
I mean, is that why, of all people, the one wrestler in professional wrestling in all three major companies is taller than Tanner Lee? Marcos.
No, it's a scam, but can we just post that just for
Yeah.
shits, kicks, and giggles?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, put it on social media. Tanner Lee's pissed because Marco's taller than him. Not that he's a shitty wrestler. He's a shitty wrestler.
No, I'm talking about a comment that I'm trying to get
Yeah,
Tanner
go
to
ahead.
pop up here.
Go ahead and pop
sorry.
it up, Paul.
This is false. Just so everybody is aware, before I put this on the screen, this is false. This
Oh,
is
boy.
from a scam bot.
Oh boy.
But here you go.
Weirdest comment we've ever had in the history of this podcast.
Yes.
So basically, for everybody listening, BBC_news said, breaking news, Tony Khan, founder of AEW, didn't put in capitalization, suffered a stroke at home and fell to the ground. He died at the age of 42 after being rescued on the way to the hospital.
But how can you be rescued if you died?
Yep. Next.
Exactly. That's our point.
Next.
BBC News.
So
We can go along. I'm just saying. I didn't say a word, Tanner. Don't you laugh. You get
somebody
your
needs
mind-
that shirt that dude on Dynamite was wearing.
You
the
get
front
your
row.
mind. You get your mind out of the gutter. Marco's
It's
son
just
is
too
a
far
saint.
in the-
Plug up. Hey, look,
little-
man. Why don't you go
Sure,
root
he's
for
a good
fucking?
dude.
Hey, go root for fucking Notre Dame. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Especially since, by the way, Tony Khan's only 41.
I'm sure Marco's a good dude. I'm just not a fan of his in-ring or his character. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I
Never
agree
will.
with you. Yep.
Never
And
will be.
just saying GCW, bro.
I'm the Joe Hendry of this podcast. What are you talking about?
Who?
Everybody believes in me.
Who the fuck is Joe Henry?
Some weird British guy that thinks he can sing.
Joe Hendry.
right?
Is that kind of like who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
Whatever happened to him, by the way?
I don't know.
ROH.
Oh,
Look, if Joe Hendry is going to pop in on our podcast, let him. Let
Collision.
him.
Any other things outside of
Marco
Stunt
Stunt
Boy's
Guy.
return? Yeah,
is
you
that
got Ron
Mongo
Hardy.
McMichaels behind you?
Yeah,
You're gonna make
that's Mongo. No
I like
idea who he's wrestling.
Oh boy.
Let the haters hate. You know, in the wise words of JPJ, they hate us because they ain't us.
Here's the funny part, Tanner. Pluggo wasn't even close to winning that title.
I know.
Wasn't even
Oh,
close.
we missed
That's what Notre
one
Dame
match.
fans do. That's what Notre Dame fans do.
Oh God, is he really a Notre Dame fan? Just because he lives up there? I hope he doesn't.
He is
I hope he
Notre
doesn't
Dame
root for
fan.
Notre Dame. Oh,
He does root for Notre Dame.
Paul, you root for Notre Dame, don't you?
No.
Okay, good. Well, you're
Yes,
Ohio guy.
Ron,
You're not an Ohio State fan, are you?
acknowledge me.
No.
Who's your college team, Paul? College football,
Wolverines.
Paul.
He likes
Wolverines.
Michigan, who are
I
the
like
defending
Michigan.
national champs. So.
Yeah, no shit. We all like Michigan now. I like Michigan.
I've liked Michigan. Fuck off.
Okay.
Uh,
I've
So,
liked
Collision, any
Michigan
other-
longer than Tanner's like the Yankees.
Well, Tanner
How
liked
about
the Yankees in high school because they always won World Series.
I liked them way back in elementary school because they won a World Series. Then Tanner gets on the bandwagon. They haven't won crap. So,
See, it's all Tanner's fault.
It's all Tanner's fault.
hey,
Pluggo.
Pluggo. Ball. Join the club,
Pluggo.
Pluggo. Join the club.
Pluggo, man, look, I don't hate Notre Dame.
I hate
Those
Notre Dame.
who hate
I
Notre
hate Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck Notre
Look,
Dame.
I have no problem. I have no problem with Notre Dame. They are a good team. They do their thing. Michigan does our thing. Pluggo got screwed
Pluggo got screwed.
at the last pay-per-view. Pluggo and Paul got screwed. The Acclaim should have won.
How the hell does that have to do with Michigan and Notre Dame, Paul?
I'm just reminding you that we got screwed.
Oh,
Oh,
for
boy.
fuck's sake. All right, anyway, wrestler of the week, Tanner. Let's go there.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
even
going.
know. Like, Collision. Just the recap was a mess.
It happened.
We're too
It
far
happened.
in.
It happened. Collision
Yep.
happened. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, people that actually want to listen to the recap of Collision. We had a bad week. Okay, give us a break. We'll be back next week with your regularly scheduled.
Way to go,
broadcast.
Paul. You're losing us viewers and listeners.
Pluggo, you're a good guy. Go Notre Dame. There, you happy, Pluggo?
There's a
Majin said Daddy Magic for him for that promo.
All right.
I don't disagree with that. You
Yeah.
can't disagree with that. Wrestler of the week, Tanner.
Ooh, Shep taking charge.
I am.
Hangman,
I'm
Hangman
trying.
Page.
I'm trying. Oh,
He returns,
it-
beats Jeff Jarrett, returns, beats Jay White. So now it's him and Danielson with the winner going to Wembley. He
yeah.
gets a chance maybe to go against his arch rival Swerve.
And had a
Good
great
stuff.
promo. Had
A great promo.
Great fucking promo.
Yep.
All right, Paul.
Hands down, Britt Baker
Ooh.
delivered a great promo. Returned at Forbidden Door. Delivered a very good promo, and of course she cooked Mercedes, and that's all that matters.
Okay, well, my wrestler of the week is Mercedes. No, I'm joking. Completely joking. I'm going Ospreay. And I'm not just taking the cop out because but I look what he did at Forbidden Door, then turn around and came in what he did at Dynamite. The guy is just awesome. He's in his 30s. Yep. I know he's putting himself through hell right now. So we're seeing the heyday of Will Ospreay, and we're probably going to see it for the next year or two, probably. Hopefully his body can hold. Hopefully it can. Hopefully he doesn't turn into a CM Punk. And I'm not bashing on CM Punk, but obviously he's injury prone right now because he's older, right? So hopefully he's not. So here we go. Will Ospreay's my wrestler of the week.
My runner-up's Marco Stunt.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
Sorry. We're already explicit, right?
we've been. Oh my God, we've dropped. This might be the record for F bombs on KOP tonight.
And it wasn't even me last time. It was fucking JPJ.
Marco.
Just to let you know. Why would you say that?
Ratings for your favorite show of the week, which I'm guessing
Obviously,
we're all three Dynamite.
We're all three Dynamite.
I got Rampage for 9.9.
That'll be the day.
All right, I'm being a smart ass. Obviously, Dynamite show of the week. One of my favorite, more favorite? Is that how you say that?
That does not sound right.
That didn't sound right.
More enjoyable.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Paul. More enjoyable Dynamites. I'm going to go one of my higher scores. I'm going 8-3.
Ooh, that's high for Shep.
That's high for me. That's high.
Yeah, this was my favorite Dynamite of the year. I should have went back and looked if I've rated any Dynamites in the 9s this year. I don't think I have. If I have, then I definitely got to rate this one higher. But with that said, I don't think I have, so I'm going 8-8.
Whoa.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed it. Like I told Paul, usually I have my phone out. This Dynamite, I didn't have my phone out very much.
I'm just
from the
good one.
Showing that. Would you quit clicking when I'm trying to click, Tanner Lee? Show it up for Pluggo here with the people's chip.
That's as useless as the spray painted AEW championship.
Paul, you came in last.
People's champ. Doesn't matter where I come.
Dude,
I'm the people's champ. The people love me.
It
is not my fault.
That might as well be the FTW championship right now.
Ooh. Spent hard-earned money on this baby.
Okay, not disagreeing with you, but it's still worthless as tits on a board right now.
So? I was getting my title when you gave yours, Shep. I didn't hear what you gave Dynamite.
8-3.
I gave 8-8.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. Tanner took mine. So,
good. I don't feel bad at all.
I don't know if you need to blur that out or anything.
Nah, come on, Brooklyn Brawler. Let's go.
Oh, back to Brooklyn Brawler, huh? Oh,
I got
man.
You guys are a bunch of... stand up. There we go. I feel better now.
You know what? Just
wearing Cubs gear. They're pretty damn bad.
Dude,
just to piss in your Wheaties, Tanner.
Our fucking baseball team is... we're fucking Rampage right now, okay? the Cubs are equal to they're fucking hit maybe ROH, but I was gonna kind of give us the benefit of the doubt with Rampage, but
sorry, Paul, go ahead.
We're still pretty
8-9.
8-9. Paul's the high guy tonight.
8-9.
Because I'm the people's champ.
8-9 to the guy that just wears a random title over his shoulder. Jesus. Start fucking calling you Ethan Page and green screen. Karate guy.
Karate man. It has been a testy episode of KOP tonight.
We have kind of been a little testy towards each other.
Oh, that is great. You are the Billy Corgan of MLB.
Really?
Pluggo's a Cub guy too.
Did you say cube? Is that cubes?
That says cubes. I think he meant
Cubes get a cube.
The cubes? Who the fuck are the cubes? Jesus.
I did see a graphic today. This is for the calendar year for Chicago sports. It's by far the worst in the history of Chicago sports.
What? Say that again?
For like the calendar year for all the 5 professional sports teams in Chicago, it's by far the worst combined across the board in the history of Chicago sports.
Dude, the Sox are embarrassing.
Well, the Bears suck too. The Blackhawks are bad.
Well, the Bears and
Bulls are bad.
the Chicago Sky, the women's team, is okay. They might be the best team there is.
Like when we play like this, we're the cubes.
That's so embarrassing.
Hey, your pitcher yesterday did bad. He only broke his hand and is out 60 days for punching a wall.
Wow. I mean, that wall was in the fucking way. Get out of the way.
Well,
So, do we want to talk about my Guardians?
not really.
Not really.
Oh.
This is the
Who are second in the American League
fuck,
Yeah.
fuck baseball.
over the Yankees?
Hey,
I know it. No, I'm aware.
Just making sure.
AL doesn't fucking count. They're a bunch of puss. They have the fucking DL.
Avalanche taking care of those Jets again next season, Majin. Yep.
Dude, we haven't had hockey in 2 weeks.
Everybody's still
Why are we
about
talking
it.
about hockey? Hockey's.
He's Canadian. That's what they do. Eh?
Jesus, Canadian. Fuck, make me some pancake. Hey, make me some pancakes and maple syrup, bitch.
Wow. All right. Paul,
On that note,
you got a draft segment for us this week.
yes,
we gotta what?
we
Hold
might
on, what?
get it in the next 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah, let's
draft
do it.
segment.
So this week's draft
I
segment,
got it.
I wanted to do something a little different, and I didn't come up with this completely on my own. I saw something on the internet that sparked this idea for me. I'll give credit where credit's due.
The interweb.
But the interweb.
Thanks, Majin. I
So
appreciate that.
here's what I want from us this week.
Okay, let's do it.
2 men, 2 women that you would take from WWE and bring over to AEW. But to make it harder, you have to eliminate 2 men and 2 women from the AEW roster to make room for those.
Perfect.
And I think it needs to be like legitimate. You can't just throw a jobber unless you're
Yeah,
taking
you
a
can't
jobber.
throw Peter Avalon out there and
Yeah.
replace him with Roman Reigns or something like that.
Right.
That's just not fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. You want me to go first, Tanner?
Sure.
All right, my first one is Bailey,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm getting rid of Riho in a heartbeat. Okay.
Okay.
You want 2 women, right?
2 women, 2 men.
Hey, isn't it one at a time since we're all drafting?
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Jackasses.
I'm getting rid of I'm taking Bailey and getting rid of Riho. There you go.
All right.
Go ahead, Tanner.
All right. Starting on the men's side, I'm taking. This is going to be weird, but I am taking Rey Mysterio. I think he could do wonders in the locker room with his veteran presence, and his in-ring style would fit perfectly in AEW. And I hate to say this because he's one of my boys, but AEW drops the ball with him time and time again. I'm giving them Wardlow.
Okay.
And Shep hates everything I just said. All right.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I'm
intrigued and hates it at the same time.
I would never hate you, Tanner. But I'm
No.
He just hates your segment.
I may be a little perplexed there.
Yeah, that's all right.
How
That's
about
all right.
that? There you go. But
Okay.
hey, it's your opinion. You can do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can vote for Joe Biden too. I don't care. Anyways, next. I'm fucking with you. I don't know if you vote for Joe Biden. I just thought those 2 picks kind of related to each other. Anyways, go ahead, Paul.
Well, I was gonna eliminate Riho, but since I can't eliminate Riho now, I got to.
She
Yeah,
sucks.
thanks for that, Shep. I'm gonna eliminate. I can't think of her name.
Well, that doesn't count.
Nyla Rose.
Oh, yeah. Well, never mind. I can't say
Stop
that.
it, Shep.
I
Nope.
can't say
Nope.
that. Never mind.
Tanner, mute him. My mouth's tied.
He's good. He's good.
And I'm gonna bring in Liv Morgan.
Okay. All right, my turn. All right.
I can agree to a point. Nyla doesn't fit in AEW. You put her in a company like WWE, she's going to do great. But in AEW, Nyla Rose does not fit. And that's why I'm good with eliminating her. I'll send her over
I
to
think she
WWE.
fits just fine in AEW, but I don't think that's a rabbit hole for another day. I'm not going down
Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
she's got more experience than Jade Cargill, so they're not going to drop the ball.
No, that's not even what I was saying.
Could you imagine a Nyla Rose versus Nia Jax?
Exactly.
That I could get on board with that.
Yeah, no,
Or put them as a tag team.
Approved.
Let them dominate.
Nia Jax is approved. Nyla Rose is approved too. I think,
Yeah, they'd be a dominating tag team. They'd put on some great matches. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Good job, Paul. Good job, Paul.
All right, Paul. So Paul's going back again. Is that how we're doing Snake?
Yeah, do snake draft. Snake draft. Your turn, Paul.
All right. I may be a Cody Mark, but I am not bringing Cody back to AEW.
Been there,
Don't
done
worry.
that.
Don't worry.
Screwed
You
it
won't
up.
hear that from me. But I will say I'm bringing over Finn Balor. And I will eliminate
Prince Devitt.
I will eliminate, and Shep will probably hate me for this because his girlfriend's got to disappear then. Christian Cage.
Hmm.
I love me some Mama Wayne. She's such a good snuggler. Okay. I mean, again, it's your pick. I just don't see his character fitting in the WWE right now. That's all.
Well, I didn't say he had to go back to the WWE. He can go over to TNA. I'm just taking him off the AEW roster.
Oh, I thought they had to go back to WWE. Sorry.
So did I.
Oh, my bad. No, you're just eliminating them off the roster. It's not a full trade deal.
Okay.
All right.
My bad.
Well, I'm going to finish my men's side. I'm taking Chad Gable. I think he'd be fitting really nicely with AEW.
Okay.
Who do I want to send out to free agency? This is tough. I'm going to send, they're not using the guy. I'm guessing Ricky Starks.
There you go.
They don't use him. He's too talented not to be used.
I think we see him in WWE sooner than later. So
probably as soon as he can. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's my
I almost
side.
went with Ricky Starks for Balor, but I just didn't feel like it fit right as being same caliber star.
Yeah.
I'm going Sami Zayn. I want Sami Zayn for sure.
Okay.
And I'm going to give up. Oh man, this is tough. Because he's on the level, and I love this guy. I love him.
Of the devil?
He's the diehard of ROH. He's the diehard of ROH because of where he came from and what has happened in his past. But I'm taking Sami Zayn and I'm giving up Mark Briscoe.
That's pretty even trade.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to pick up a free agent. And,
Hey, it's Shep again. It's Snake Draft.
Oh, yeah. My bad, Shep. My bad.
Come on, Paul. Come on, man. All right. So I did one male, one female. So we're gonna do the. I'm gonna save the female for later because I have a good one. Okay. So I'm giving up. I want to bring Kevin Owens into AEW. Right there with
Mount Rushmore.
Right there with Sami Zayn, right? I want to bring Kevin Owens there. And I'm giving up somebody of his level. I'm giving up Okada.
Ooh.
And the reason is because Okada damn near went to Connecticut. So, not that I don't enjoy Okada, right? I enjoy him, but God, Kevin Owens is so good right now. So good. And I feel like that's an even trade. I feel it's an even trade.
I gotta fill out this AEW Women's Division, which I think starting to cook more so right now than it has in a while.
He's gonna steal mine, I bet you.
And it's got a lot of international, probably not. It's got a lot of international talent and ties to international promotions, right? So I'm gonna add to that. I'm taking Asuka away from the WWE,
Okay.
but I'm sending an international star or international tied star to them, Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
I'm in for that.
Okay.
That's not you can't really debate that one.
Now, Majin doesn't like you giving up Okada.
I know.
Um,
I know. Okada's so good.
Yeah,
Just a Japanese guy going, bitch. So good. So good.
all right. I'm gonna make JPJ happy here and pick up a free agent in Becky Lynch.
I have a feeling that was coming.
And I am going to I'm gonna give WWE Hikaru Shida.
It's probably not even, but I
That's
get
not
it.
even.
Okay,
Not,
I'll throw in let's see here. Who else could I throw in with her? Marina Shafir.
deal. Deal.
There.
Keep
for
adding
one.
to it.
Deal. I mean, that's too
Mercedes
easy, but-
Monet. Oh wait.
Deal.
Oh, no.
All
Deal.
right.
All right. You're
Paul,
you're-
you got one more.
Yeah. I've
Oh, yeah.
got one final men's pick. And this, I like the guy, but I'm going to give him to NXT because I think NXT could do something with him. Kip Sabian. And
okay.
I'm going to bring over. See, I didn't think this far ahead. I had one, but it got taken away from me. So I'm going to bring over Braun Breaker.
Hmm.
Can you imagine him and Wardlow as a tag team? Just
Be
laying waste to everybody.
They'd
be
screw
good.
Wardlow up somehow. They would.
Well, I know they would, but
Yeah.
I think Braun
Uh,
could run through the AEW roster pretty good.
No, he's a beast. He's a freak. Okay,
As
I need
long
one
as his
more.
uncle stays away.
Oh yeah. Or his dad.
Oh yeah, his dad too, but I don't want his uncle's mask.
The big booty daddy. I get them freaks 9 days a week.
Okay, so I could go with a heavy hitter from the WWE Women's Division, but I can't pick a heavy hitter from the AEW Women's Division. I think it would hurt AEW too much. So I'm going to pick up a veteran from the WWE locker room. I think that could really help the AEW locker room in Natalia.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw the WWE a woman that
You fucker.
WWE usually likes, Penelope Ford.
Okay. All right.
You.
I can accept that. I
you.
almost gave up Penelope, but I was like, the Becky Lynch thing, it didn't work.
Yeah. So Shep's round us out here.
Yeah, I fucking had Natalia in my back pocket. You son of a buck. Man. All right.
Good draft, Paul. This is tough.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is a
It
good one,
looked
Paul.
easy, but it ends up being tough.
I want Zoe Starks for sure.
Okay.
After her performance this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm giving up Soraya.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Monty gonna be pissed.
Fair.
You know what? And I like Soraya. I just think she's not used correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know her health situation. I know they got to be cautious with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing about Soraya right now is her fiance song with Jelly Roll. That's the best thing she's got going right now. And
I don't know if we'll see Soraya much. I guess her and Ronnie were receiving some death threats.
About what?
One of Ronnie's songs.
Jeez.
Well, his new song just came out with Jelly Roll, and it's a fucking banger.
Yeah, but I guess he said something on stage or something about a song and called out some phobia and
Oh, I thought you were gonna say call out the Swifties or something.
Yeah.
No, he was talking about
That's
things.
Foo Fighters.
You know what? There's only one guy that I know that's a big Swiftie fan. His name's Tanner Lee.
No,
Yep.
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
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 I'd rather watch Marco wrestle every single day.
Oh.
Next thing you know, he's gonna wear a Travis Kelce jersey on the podcast.
Random running. Yeah.
You see that? Over my dead body, am I wearing a Travis Kelce jersey on the podcast?
Okay.
Oh, so what he said is if something happens to him, bury him in a Travis Kelce jersey. Got it. That's what I heard. He wants it over his dead body. See? I'll be sure to tell your wife to make sure you're buried in a Travis Kelce jersey.
Hey, by the way, when you listened to last week's podcast, your wife wasn't listening, right?
She heard, she chuckled. She heard the part that her name, or she got brought up, her name didn't, and she popped for Pluggo's response that she does the Lord's work of being married to me. So
okay,
no,
so she doesn't hate me or Pluggo, right?
No, God, no.
Okay.
She's a good sport about it all.
All right, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
All right,
Hey.
so that was the draft of the week. It was a good draft. Good job.
That was
Paul.
good. That was
a good one.
Thank you.
That made me think.
Thank you.
That made me think, especially when dumbass took Natalia.
That's what I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
what
That's why I'm
else
the
we got?
people's champ.
So let's go down a rabbit hole real quick. I've been noticing a lot. There's a lot of Fatus and how do you say it? Noes? How do you say that last name? Tanner?
I don't know.
It sounds right.
Anyways, there's like 7 of
There's
those
a million
guys.
of them.
There's like 7 of those guys right now on the Indies.
Mhm.
And I mean, we're talking they're working for some decent indie promotions. Do we get a Bloodline like 3.0?
I think you're going for like 5 years.
Oh, I think this goes on until. Can you imagine from now until the next WrestleMania?
Well, we're definitely going to get a Survivor Series Bloodline teams. So
You think we'll get a 1 versus a 2, right? You're going to get
Yeah.
a Roman's team versus a Solos team, right?
But the interesting thing is, when's the final boss going to come back?
Final boss comes back.
Because he's the one pulling the strings. He's the one telling Solo, "You're the head of the table."
I think final boss shows up Indianapolis Royal Rumble 2025.
Yeah, we got to be there, boys. We got to find a way to get there.
We're gonna work on that.
Yeah. I mean, Cena comes out, he's retiring next year. His last Rumble, last Mania. We got to be there.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
The Pat McAfee effect brings all that shit back to our
It's
hometown.
awesome.
Yeah.
Time to check off some bucket list items for sure.
So have you guys watched Money in the Bank yet?
I saw the
No.
highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing. I know what happened, but
Who won the women's Money in the Bank?
Tippy.
Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton.
It's
And
Tiffy time.
Who won the male?
Nobody. Drew McIntyre.
Well, McIntyre won it, and he already cashed in, and it was unsuccessful because of CM Punk.
Oh boy!
And while we're talking about this,
all I saw was he destroyed the after.
Yeah.
The post show.
panel
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's
all I saw.
he hit Adam Pearce with an elbow.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about the bad timing that happened with the cash in.
I read about it today on Fightful.
If you go back and look, there was bad timing all around. I don't know if a move was hit too soon or what, but production did not cue Drew's music when they should have, in my opinion. The ref stopped the count at 2, claiming Priest kicked out. Anybody watching saw that Priest did not kick out. The ref should have dropped the 3 count. Regardless, that's one thing. As a ref, you are taught. You count. If somebody screws up, that's on them.
It's on the performer.
If you miss the 3 count, that's on you. And it was on him last night because he did not drop that hand for the 3 count at all.
Was he dazed though? I mean, it wasn't that big of a Falcon Arrow, right? That's what it was. Was a Falcon Arrow, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't look like he landed on his head awkwardly or anything.
No.
And
Priest could have kicked out of that.
His eyes were open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indicating the 2 count.
I always look like when we start to have a match, start to go to the end, and you're gonna have a couple false finishes, right? And it's just me, it's my tendency. I watch the guy's eyes. So whoever's getting pinned, I look at their eyes. Well, normally the eyes are watching the official's hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're watching the official's hand, they're gonna kick out. His eyes were wide open here, guys. His eyes are wide open, and the official is right over his shoulder. Like, he's in good position. It was a botch.
It was.
I'm not going to be hard on the guy, but
same official that the whole screwy finish at WrestleMania 35 with Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda happened. This was the same guy.
Was this the same guy who counted 3 with Orton's shoulders nowhere near the mat? See, this is it's bad ref.
I think it was how Fightful described it. I think it was actually on Damien. He didn't kick out.
It's definitely on Damien. I don't think it's on the ref.
But like JPJ said, he might have been a little dazed from that knee.
I think the problem is if he counts 3, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying at all, but if he counts 3, then Rollins is new champ. Then when Drew cashes in, it's 1-on-1 instead of triple threat. I don't know what happened with the Punk situation. It screws up everything. I mean, everything. And I don't think they can change on the fly like that.
But the ref is the final official. So the ref could have counted 3. Drew comes down. He could have said, I want to cash in on both of them. I want this to be a triple threat. The ref could have then gone over and said, we're restarting this match. Drew's cashing in. This will be a triple threat match. He could have made that decision to fix the screw up.
Imagine.
You know one thing I noticed about this official? You guys are going to be shocked here, okay?
He has pants that fit?
He fucking pants fit good. They were tailored to that son of a bitch. He looked good.
Can Rick Knox get his Taylor's phone number, please?
Yeah, you need to put them in talk, Shep.
Yeah.
That's your assignment for this week.
I'm in. Yeah.
And hey, Tanner, while we've got everybody listening still, before we wrap this thing up, what if somebody wants to be a part of the Kicking Out podcast and promote their business or their product? How can they do that?
Yeah, if you want to promote your business, organization, or product, we hit a big demographic, especially males ages 24 to 54, across YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the other podcast platforms, as well as X and on Facebook. So if you're looking forward to trying to grow your presence with someone in that audience, you can just give us an email at the Kicking Out Podcast at gmail.com, or just DM us on any of our social media platforms at Kicking Out Podcast on all of those. So yeah.
At Kicking Out Pod, not at Kicking Out Podcast.
I didn't even realize I said that. So thank you. It's been a long day. So
Yes.
at Kicking Out Pod. Thank you, Paul. So yeah, just DM us or send us an email on Gmail, and we'll get something worked out. We'd love to have somebody on to sponsor the pod. That'd be great.
And if you're wondering, well, it's a podcast. Are they even going to talk about us? Go back and watch some of our shorts and some of our old episodes. Our guy Shep here, he will talk about your business. He'll buy your product. He'll promote the hell out of your product on this podcast.
Especially if it's liquid.
And podcasts, the archives live on forever. So your ads always embedded in those episodes forever. So
yeah.
Get your bang for your buck.
Absolutely. And with that being said, be sure to follow the Kicking Out Podcast on all social media at Kicking Out Pod. Be sure to listen to the Kicking Out Podcast wherever it is you listen to podcasts. And if that happens to be Apple Podcasts, leave us that 5-star review, because we are 5-star KOP. Check out kickingOutShop.com. It's your place to go for great merchandise, support a great podcast, and look absolutely fantastic doing so. Be sure to follow the Shep at, what is it? The Shep 24? 27. The Shep 27. The Shep 27. Follow Tanner Lee at Tanner Lee 92. Be sure to follow myself at Paul Zartman 87. And with that, for Tanner Lee and Austin Shepard, I'm Paul Zartman. Join us again next week as we kick out yet another podcast.